Hey friends, Kat here. In this video, I'm just going to share with you my Montgomery Ward vintage sink and cabinet that I purchased used here in town. I just wanted to show you this beautiful 1950s sink and cabinet and tell you the reasons why I love it so much. So here goes. This is the cast iron sink countertop, one piece with metal cabinets underneath. I bought this at a secondhand thrift store. It was in the back, sitting in the back of the building. It was completely covered with soot because it had been in a fire, a kitchen fire in a house up north in northern New Mexico. So the cabinets were completely gray, but they had soot and dirt just running down the sides of the cabinets. It had been sitting on there for years, and as you can see here, there's still a bunch more of it that I haven't cleaned yet. What I did is I just, took some Comet and a lot of elbow grease and just scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. I used soft scrub, whatever I could. So, there's still a lot of work to be done on this sink. The cabinets are a little messed up, and I'll show you that. Some of these drawers just fall right down. The runners of the drawers that hold the drawers up need to be repaired. I need to find someone that's good with metal. This hole over here on the side is from, someone obviously cut a hole in it so that they could plug in an appliance or something like that. And have the cords running underneath or behind the sink. So, but it's awesome. I'll just show you the Montgomery Ward tag real quick. I still need to clean out the inside of these cabinets, but here's the tag. I need to look up the serial number. So I think this is a 1950s model. I'm not sure what year. There's a lot of different ones, different styles of this cabinet and sink. There's ones that have double doors here in the middle. So this one has a single middle door, the cabinet to the left, a drawer up above that cabinet. Over here there's 4 drawers. This centerpiece right here, as far as I know, there's nothing that's just put in there as a filler. So the counter is in really great shape. There's a couple of small chips here and there in the countertop, but just minor, just a few little minor chips, which I think just adds to the whole charm of the sink. Now, the faucet is new. My boys picked out the faucet for me and they did a great job. I love it. It had a really small, short faucet on it before. This one is new, and I think the style just goes great with it. They did a fantastic job. I think they got this from Lowe's Home Improvement, and of course it has the spray nozzle, which I do use to rinse out this big sink. I just love this sink and this basin. Oh my gosh. Right now, what I have here in the sink is a down jacket, winter jacket that I'm hand washing and letting soak. And one of the things I love about this sink is that I wash a lot of clothes here. I hand wash a lot of things, my delicate items, and it's just the perfect size to just, fill it up and just let these items soak in it. It's just awesome. So I really love this. I like that the faucet is up high and extends way out here. I do need to clean the sink around the faucet a little bit. I'm behind on my house cleaning. It's real easy to clean. I use soft scrub or just detergent, just dish detergent works well. I also love this part. This is on both sides. This little strainer area, these grooves, it's on both sides of the sink. And so I don't even need a dish drainer. I'm one of those people who likes to wash my dishes by hand. I don't really care for dishwashers. I just don't like anything about them, really. I'd rather just hand wash my dishes real quick. And also, I don't have any people at home anymore to take care of. So it's just me and one of my relatives who's my roommate. So we just take care of our own stuff. We clean up after ourselves. But so I don't have a lot of dishes. But after I wash them in here, as I go along, I just rinse them and then I just set them up here and they drain perfectly fine. I don't need a dish drainer. I was really happy when I realized that I could do away with that ugly thing sitting up on my counter. So the other reason I got this sink is because I needed storage space. I needed some countertop and storage in this kitchen. I still have a long ways to go with this kitchen. We're gonna build shelves and cabinets, custom cabinets, but right now, you know, I don't have a lot. This main cabinet here is for food and some dishes. And then over here on the other side, I have more storage space, but I really just wanted to show you my sink, my vintage 1950s Montgomery Ward sink, and just show you what I love about it so much. Let me show you some of the inside of the drawers. This is really random, and like I said, I need to clean out all of my drawers and go through my things, but right now everything's there's just things randomly put in here. So there are some scratches here, that's okay. And you know, I could have this piece painted, this whole metal cabinet painted in the future. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Kind of like it the way it is. I think someone added this in later. This is wood, made out of wood. So this was not an original, I'm almost sure of it. This was not an original part of this cabinet, this wooden piece. But it's nice, it divides it in half. I just have my juicing items in here and some cute little salt and pepper shakers that I haven't used yet. Some little jars. Over in this drawer, what do we have? Just random stuff. This has a divider. This is the original divider, these two metal pieces right here. Go all the way to the length of the drawer. The drawers are pretty long, as you can see here. These are the original drawer pulls and knobs on this. I think they're really neat. They came out clean. I didn't want them super polished. I like the satin finish, so I just cleaned them up a little bit. These three drawers down here need some work. They're the ones that are probably gonna fall when I pull them out. Let's check. Let me start with the bottom one. Okay, yeah, so down here in the bottom, I just have some pans. Cookie sheets. This one. A lot of my dishes are in boxes. I only have a few things in here right now. Now this is the drawer that's gonna fall probably. It's off the track. These metal tracks need repaired. They're really a pain. So I just have a few items in there as well. I just have to lift this. Let me put my phone down just for a second so I can pull this other drawer out first. I have to prop this drawer here up on this one to get it to stay up. Okay. Let's look in this one again. Has this cute little rack here to the side. I can use that for different things. I just have a few things down here in this cabinet. This is just a basket that I put in here, but this tray right here looks like an old refrigerator tray. It doesn't look like it goes in here. It's not long enough. It's not long enough to be the whole length of whatever shelf was in here originally. So that would need to be replaced, or maybe I could find one or have another rack built for it. But for now, I just keep a couple of items up there, and then down here I have a few items. Because those drawers are off kilter, I think it's putting the doors off a little bit too. As far as opening and closing correctly. Okay, this is just under the sink stuff that I have. But here you can see that it's all new plumbing, pipes in the bottom of this old sink. My sons did this plumbing work here. And I also had the help of a plumber. There's hot and cold marked down here. It's just going through the wall, the back wall of my kitchen here, into another room, actually into my bathroom and closet. This shelf, this bottom shelf is kind of a mess. It's kind of a wreck. It's been rusted out. There is a missing piece. I need to get back there and use the shop vac and get back there and vacuum all that out. We could have a new piece cut and made for the bottom of this sink right here, a new shelf. We could do that with metal or wood or something else. Right now it's just open. There's these holes right here on each side of the inside of this cabinet. So I don't know what was there. Probably a shelf. There was probably an original shelf there. Yeah, they're a little bit off because of this one drawer that's kind of making the whole thing go off. This drawer here. There we go. But I just think it's neat, and I really wanted the counter space. I just love it. I do have a vintage stove as well, which does not work. It needs a lot of work. It's beautiful. It's white. Also white metal. Stunning stove with an oven, which I want to be a part of my old tiny vintage farmhouse kitchen. That's kind of the look that I'm going for. I forgot to mention how much I paid for this sink. This was $300, and when I saw it, like I said, it was sitting behind a building out back, out in the weather, covered in dust and fire debris, fire soot and dirt and fire ash, old food that was on it and just gunk. So it also had a little old cheap faucet on it. So when I got it, it wasn't in the best shape, but I didn't really want to haggle on the price. I wanted it so bad. I also needed more cabinet space and countertop in my kitchen. I went straight in. Actually, I told the woman that I wanted it. I went over to the ATM, took out $300 cash, brought it back to her. Had it loaded up right away by some friends. It was kind of a pain to load. It was pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy, and the top was not separated from the cabinet. So we just took it all in one piece and put it in a truck. But I knew that I wanted it. I knew that I needed the space. And I knew that I would pay pretty good money for a cabinet. If I were to go out and buy a new cabinet, or even just find one used or have one built, I'd be paying probably a couple $100, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, this was so worth the $300 to me. It is 54 inches long, 36 inches high, and 25 inches deep. I really like the height of it. It's perfect for even taller people. This actually goes up to my waist. It's just a perfect height for me to work at. I plan on cleaning out the basin a little bit. It's a little bit stained and worn, as you can see. Now I think that part of that is because I've let some pots and pans sit in here for a little bit of time, and maybe it got a little rusty. Usually Comet or dish detergent or even laundry detergent will clean this up pretty well. Some of it is just stained. I could have it refinished later, but I kind of like it. I just like the way that it looks. It just adds to the old charm of this beautiful piece. Here's what the sink looks like when it's cleaned up. I cleaned it up some. I need to remember not to leave metal pans sitting here in the sink. They get rusty if it's wet. They can just sit there and rust. So I need to make sure I keep all my dishes washed, and I'll probably also get a rubber mat so I can leave a couple dirty glasses or something sitting on a mat or over here on the side. This is what it looks like cleaned up. As I said, I just really love this sink, and it just takes me back in time, and it brings me a lot of joy. So that's what's important, right? Surrounding ourselves with people and things and experiences which bring us joy, and this just adds a little bit to my life. Just show you a couple of my little tins. I love it when I find these at a shop someplace. I'm gonna try to skip and go over the mess and just show you a couple of the little tins that I have on the wall. We've got little cherries. Again, trying to avoid the mess to work my way over here to the copper tins. And these are the vintage ones with the beautiful patinas. And I have some more tins to put out. I have a couple of them in my bedroom, which I can show you another time. This is the top of the refrigerator. And a gorgeous painting that one of my sons painted. It's real bright. I love the colors for my kitchen. I need to finish painting in here, and there's a lot of work to be done. I need to put some flooring down. I'm going with tile. But here we are back to my vintage Montgomery Ward sink. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.